What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Girl, I washed my hair like an hour or so ago. I gotta put some leave-in conditioner I just found because I thought I didn't have in. See, look at all that new growth. But anyway, it's gonna get retwisted later on this week or next week, I should say. But we back for Sistas, okay? Oh, it do look a mess. It do look a mess. It's puffy. I hate when I wash it myself, so and it get puffed up like that. Let me put some leave in. But anyway, I'm just so self-conscious if y'all don't realize it. So we back again for another episode review of Sistas, season 5, episode 14, Fair Game. I must say this was actually a good episode. Okay. We pick up what we left off last week with Karen and Fatima in this whole meetup with Zach or whatever and Andy there. Now let me tell you something. It's one particular person and it's literally just one person. Oh my goodness, girl, I'm so tired of seeing your comments about, oh, I can't stand Fatima, I can't stand Zach. Karen needs to be this, and I don't understand why y'all don't like Karen, because we don't, and we never will, okay? And if you see this scene, Karen had no reason to act the way that she acted, okay? I'm so tired of seeing it, all right, girl? You know, you just need to let it go, and at the end of the day, it ain't that deep, because y'all be getting dead up in y'all feelings, girl. But, anyway, so Karen, mind you, I get feeling a type of way because every time I try to talk to you, Zach, you came at me with attitude and all of that. I get it, but at the same time, the reason why he was reacting to you, Karen, like that was because you was doing the most and you couldn't just let go. You couldn't let go and respect the fact that he has moved on, okay? And it was almost as if you wanted to sabotage his relationship and you just wanted him to be, as messed up over you as you are over him, and you're in your feelings because that is not being reciprocated, right? I understand, okay? But there comes a time where we just need to let go. We just need to let go. And if we do feel those type of feelings, we don't need to be outside feeling those feelings. We don't need to let that other person know that they got that big of a hold and that much power over us. No, girl, we're not supposed to let them know that, okay? That's like a little ego boost to them a little bit. We don't need to let them know. And baby, you've been playing this thing the whole wrong way, okay? And so, this time, Zach comes to you like a mature person, and you should actually be grateful. Karen should be grateful that a person like Fatima is in his life that is one, telling him, helping him expand, helping him evolve. You know what I'm saying? Changing him from that little boy to a man somewhat, because he's still kind of childish, okay? But at the same time, not going to let him neglect his responsibilities if that baby really is his, which we do not believe that it is, okay? So they sitting down there and she just sitting there with an attitude. So why are we sitting there with all of this attitude when you had this whole little ceremony with your mother to write down everything that you felt, to read it to them, Aaron and Zach? You got that out. You're talking to your mom and you're telling her, I do feel lighter. I do feel this. Maybe that was a good thing. And, what makes it so bad is that Fatima ain't even that bad of a person. She is a good person or whatever. You said all that to your mama only to come into their house with this nasty disposition about yourself. I just didn't like it. Like, your energy was all off. The energy was off. And I just was like, girl, straighten it up. Why are you in your feelings over this man when you got your own man, right? Aaron, your man, right? You love him, right? He doing everything that he can for you, right? So get over it. I thought you was over and done with it. I thought you said, Zach was out your system. That's a lie. Obviously, because you sitting up here with this scowl on your face and it was like you're ready to fight. You're ready for some drama. Just for Zach to say in a calm, mature way that he is here. He called you here so that y'all could talk about the baby, let you know that he plans to be fully there if he is the father of the child, and that, he wants to talk about child support. He plans on giving her something like $3,000 a month. And honestly, I think that's fair, okay? That is fair, given the circumstances and the fact that, he don't really know if the baby is his. That's one. And two, he's offering you to give you thousands of dollars for child support. instead of just giving a couple of hundred. Okay, because you can go to the system or whatever and take that thing to court, and just because he got income or whatever, something could happen to make him only pay you just a little bit. Y'all want to know something? Speaking of child support, my mama, mind you, my father was making way more than my mama was back in the day when we was young, and all the way up to when he stopped paying child support. Do you know that man, because I'm telling you, when I needed, I tell you every time, when I needed a loan to be paid off, he paid the loan out of, out blue, okay? And it was a few $1,000s. And I said, oh, so you just got that just laying around like that. I never knew, come to find out, you want to know how much he was paying for child support this whole time? For me and my sister, he was paying like $200. It was less than $300. It was literally less than $300. And he was making way more than my mama, okay? And this is even after he got the job at the library. And he was big stuff at the library. I was like, now how the fuck did that happen? Okay? And I feel like it just went on because my mom just didn't contest it. My mom just said, you know what? It is what it is. I really don't need your chump change to take care of my kids, because I never seen her asking him for any type of assistance or anything like that. So, you just don't know how these courts can roll. They can probably take look at Zach's finances and be like, okay, well, you getting all this, and you deserve to pay her like $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Which, truth be told, no, the $3,000 is suffice. Okay. So she gets in her feeling, oh, so that's what you came up with? Oh, so you talked to Fatima, and you and Fatima came up to this. And it was almost as if she was trying to say, so you got to get Fatima's permission, or Fatima had to convince you to say that you was going to go ahead and take care of your responsibilities or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, didn't he say that if the baby was his earlier on, that he would be in the baby's life? Like, he would take care of his responsibilities. He never said that he was going to be a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't want nothing to do with you. And so at this moment, Karen gets in her feelings. She started looking around and she was like, that desk over there, see, I thought you said you made that desk for me. But there it is right there for her. And I was like, what? She was sitting there just looking for any reason to be mad. Oh, so you only doing this for yourself because you're worried about your money. Yes, I want to be, but you just thinking about money. You just thinking about him worrying about himself, but you just going to dismiss the fact that he said he wants to be fully involved parent, but you just want it to be about the money. It's about both. It's about both at this point. And I'm just sitting here looking at her like, so you just coming up with any reason to be combative. You coming up with any reason to be mad, to be bitter, to be miserable. And I just didn't understand it. Like, I don't get why Tyler is writing her character to be such a nasty person. Granted, I understand that situations like this probably do happen, but the man is giving you more than he needs to be quite frank, because he could be an asshole and be like, since you've been doing all this mess, I ain't giving you nothing. You really gonna have to take me to court. But no, he's trying to come to you calmly, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you want to be mad, you want to be miserable, you want to be pathetic, you want to go point out benches and desks and stuff, and okay, I hate this house, and I hate this, and I hate these pictures. Why what they got to do with it? And of course, she spotted the ring over there on the desk, because Fatima had to get up and say some stuff. We just gonna fast forward because Fatima. Listen, at the end of the day, Karen, you can't go up against Fatima. Fatima will flatten you out. Okay, Fatima will flatten you out. That's just all that it is. You got a lot of mouth, but Fatima got mouth and hands. So I just need you to stop. But you getting upset because of the stuff. You're upset because he has this house. You're upset because he moved on. You're upset because of a desk. You're upset because you see these pictures around that it shows that he's moved on and he's happy. You're upset because you found out that they're engaged. But then you want to act like it's okay, but yet you're in your feelings and you're nasty with it. And it's just like, why are you upset that he's engaged? You're in a whole relationship, right? Can he be in a whole relationship? Y'all at the age where we ain't dating just to be dating. We dating for life. You know what I mean? We in this stuff for life. We trying to find our life partners, okay? Granted, it may have came a little soon, but hey, who cares? And then when they brought up the whole fact that, she told them that the baby is his, Fatima was like, so how do you know? She was like, thanks to you, because, that ultrasound situation, that tip that you brought up, yeah, I had the doctor do that. And, she said it was that. And was like, well, how do you know? I mean, it's just not really concise. Well, 7 days apart, that's just what it is. I said, oh, the way that whole conversation went down let me know, Fatima knows something, okay? And, what that girl, Karen is not to be trusted, okay? Fatima, Zach, y'all still get the DNA when the baby is born, because Karen is going to be that stubborn person that is not going to allow them to get the DNA while the baby is still in the womb, okay? She not going to do that. She not going to do that. So y'all got damn more months. Cause listen, we don't know how many months she is, if she really is at this point. Because listen, where is the baby? Where is the belly bump? Okay, we don't even see no hardness coming through or nothing. I said, girl. Anyway, of course, she gets in Andy's. I just like, you're so bitter. You're so bitter, but then you want to act like you're okay, but you're not. For what? You got a whole man that wants to be with you and shower you and give you everything, but you want to be with the person, or you want that person. That's what it is. She wants Zach to suffer. She wants Zach to go through the same pain or whatever that she's going through. She don't think it's fair that he gets to move on and he gets to have all these nice things and this nice woman and all this stuff. Gonna tell Fatima, I pray for you in your struggle or whatever. She said it ain't no struggle over here. She said right now it ain't, but it will be. I said, no, you cannot say that to another person. Just because what you experience with someone went one way doesn't mean that that other person or the next person that comes along is going to experience the same thing. You just don't know that. Maybe it was something about both of y'all being together that shows that y'all was not meant to be together, that y'all brought out the toxicity in both of y'all, okay? Neither one of y'all was building each other up. Y'all both were tearing each other down. And so now you're up in your feelings because you can't have him because he moved on and he's doing better. Get over it and go do better for yourself as well. That's what you need to do. You got your shop. You got your man. You're about to have your baby. You're about to have a happy little family. Go ahead and do that. Go open up another Karen. Okay? That's what you need to do, and stop acting like a Karen. All right? I just don't understand that. Meanwhile, we saw at the end of the episode, well, after they leave, Zach had a little breakdown, and I felt bad for him. Even Fatima was like, wait a minute, who is this? Because this is not the confident Zach that I know. It just took a blow to him. He was just like, I can understand if you want to leave, because as a real man would try to understand what's going on with his woman and not put her through a whole bunch of stuff that she don't necessarily need to be going through. And you don't need to be going through any of this with me. You deserve better. I mean, my man, dude was up there just crying. He ain't my man. I'm just saying it as a phrase. Dude was just crying. He was crying. And then Fatima was like, we going to be going through that together. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's all to the good, boo-boo. Had to reassure him. I really liked that scene. It felt real. One of the realest scenes that I seen on Sistas in a minute. I was like, and it brought me right back to why I did like Zach and Fatima being together, He had a very vulnerable moment, and I was here for it. It wasn't no jokes. It wasn't being sarcastic or funny or whatever. It was being real, and I like that. Later on in the episode, Fatima had to get him to open up the envelope that was served to him. And of course it was from Hayden. And Hayden up there trying to sue him for $500,000. $500,000 for what? Okay, for what? What exactly are you trying to get money out of him for? Because again, what was the point of him going to jail because he did not pay the back child support, which was $30,000, but then we paid that to get him out? So what else is the so what is the 5,300, or I should say the 4,300 for? What is what the whole 5,000 is for? 500,000 for? Why is he paying extra? I know it ain't pain and suffering. So like what, I just don't understand it. And mind you, that 30,000 was, what probably would have been when he didn't have money. So I'm really confused as to what are they trying to, sue him for? Why is it that big of amount? And why do they have the right to sue him for what when he's already? So y'all gonna give him back that 30,000? Y'all gonna give him back that 30,000? Like, come on. Meanwhile, moving on from that, Maurice called Calvin. Of course, he in his feelings because he's still up in jail. And I don't know, Maurice is just being his sarcastic self. He knows that Sabrina did not trick on him and all of that, but he just feels some type of way that she's out of jail and he's still in jail, which is understandable, okay? Like, you will feel some type of way too, like, damn, where's my lawyer to get me out? So he needs a lawyer, trying to get in touch with Andy. That's eventually gonna try to happen. I said, girl, I don't know if Andy gonna be able to do this. Listen, Andy, you might as well just go walk around with no drawers on, because I don't know what else that I'm sorry, I don't know what else it is that you can do, because you are running out of favors, girl. Eventually, Sabrina do tell Andy about that and asked her, could you help get him out? But girl, I don't know. Like, Andy, you gonna have to do something. You gonna have to loosen up them jaws or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, because you gonna have to unhinge. I don't know, because baby, at this point, we can't do nothing for free. Robin can't be giving out too many more favors without getting nothing in return. I'm just sorry about it, okay? Girl, you cute or whatever, but you ain't that damn cute. You know what I'm saying? You cute, okay? But you ain't cute, that I can keep on giving you all this stuff for free, okay? And nothing in return. No, ma'am. Meanwhile, Karen get on the phone with Pam, trying to make sure the girl lock up, okay? And make sure everything is turned off. And I'm pretty sure something is going to happen to Karen's shop. Please don't put no spoilers or nothing. I don't like that mess or whatever, because I'm pretty sure somebody already knows something. But I feel like something's going to happen to Karen's shop. And the only reason why I feel like that's going to happen is because this is like the third or fourth time that they alluded to something that Pam did, with the shop. Leaving the curlers on and making sure the appliances are not all the way cut off, because we saw it a few episodes ago when she did leave the curlers on and it was on a cloth or something, and I'm surprised that it did not burn down or something didn't catch fire or whatever. It didn't burn through the cloth or whatever. And then, Karen checking behind her again after finding out that, and now we seeing her on the phone making sure that she turn the stuff off and saying, I'm gonna send you a video and all this stuff and woo. Okay, so I'm just like, if it's, girl, while you up here worrying about Zach, you need to worry about your shop. You need to worry about your shop. And what if it do burn down? What if it ain't even gonna be Pam's fault? It's gonna be Karen's fault. Because she's so stressed out. She's stressing herself out, and she just make a mistake and leave the curling eyes on or something. Or that, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, moving on from that. The girl's going over there to, what's that girl name? Oh, what is her name, girl? Andy's place, right? Danny get there first. Gary is standing at the door, the elevator door, bucket ass naked. I said, sir, you're going to have to do better. That door opened up. He was like, I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you, baby. I said, that ain't Andy behind that door. I already knew it wasn't going to be Andy. Girl, it was the wrong person, and the main wrong person. You did not want to see all of that. Danny, okay? Because she ain't finna let you live it down. She was like, excuse me. He go running. He was like, my bad. When she said that comment when he was about to go, he was like, listen, this like the second time, okay? This is like the second time. And, I see you here next week. Because this ain't the first time she done seen his ding. And I was just like, oh my goodness, okay? And so then Sabrina comes in there. And so, she telling Sabrina what's going on and how, Hey, I get it, Andy. I really do get it. That's what she's saying. Like, I get why Andy's still with him, and you know, maybe I don't know. Did she say call him Daddy Gary or something like that? I said, now hold on. I heard Daddy Gary, and I said, maybe, baby, you going a little bit too far. We don't want her with him. But y'all will get digmatized in a second, and Andy is beyond digmatized at this point. Andy wants to take him down, and Andy still want to fuck him at the same time. I just don't understand it, girl. I don't understand it. Like, I ain't ever been in that situation, thank goodness. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, Andy, you gonna have to let this man go, because this man is not good for your business. He not good for your health, and he not good for your social life either. Because no, your friends divided on this subject. Sabrina don't want you with him. Danny didn't want you with him, but now Danny is coming over to being. I mean, you got a big one, so you might as well go ahead and play around with it. No, no, and of course Karen don't want you with him, but you want to be with him, and I'm just sitting here like, we don't need all this division amongst the ranks, okay? So he come out there trying to talk to them, and you know, of course Sabrina is giving attitude because, listen, why are you here? You know, you forgot the fact that you squazzed my friend so hard that you almost broke her rib, just because they was talking about it, you know, and he was like, I overheard everything that you said. Oh, so you was back there putting your clothes on and you was eavesdropping? Yes. It was like, I mean, he did all of that, but he brought her the car, he brought her the penthouse. I said that's material things, and that is exactly what Sabrina told him. That is material things. You have to show us, because at this point, I know it ain't about them in their relationship. Like, you shouldn't really care, because why are you all up in this lady's relationship? But when your friend keep on telling you stuff that's going on within your relationship, and it's like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to stand up and stick by your side and have your back and tell you what the real deal is? Or do you just want me to shut up and stay back and just let it happen? No, I'm not going to keep quiet. And if I got a chance to confront you and say, listen, this ain't it. You want to be with my girl, you gonna have to change your act, okay? Cause this, and then you're gonna have to show and prove. It ain't just about the material things that you're able to buy her or whatever. You're gonna have to show that your whole demeanor, that your whole personality, that your whole aura and everything has changed, okay? You got to do a complete 180, all right? And some of y'all be saying 360, baby. That's a full circle. That's going right back to the same person that you already are. We want to do a 180, okay? That's what we need to do. And Gary, you act like you been hearing stuff, but you don't. He was like, I'm not jealous no more. I'm not this. You know, I don't care if she dates around because we're just dating. You know, I said, that's a lie. That is a lie, you know? And so when he finally leaves, Andy comes in. And so Andy was trying to get him the lowdown about what happened over there at Zach's place with Karen and all that stuff before Karen got up in there. And before she can get him everything, because she wanted to go around the block and down the corner to tell the story, instead of just getting to the point where, girl, we went over there to Zach and Fatima's house so they could talk about the child support stuff. Baby, why she found out that Zach and Fatima is engaged. That's all she had to say. That's all she had to say. Girl, Andy said, so listen, me and Karen, we pulled up at the same time, right? So I'm outside trying to coach her like, Karen, don't do all of this stuff, okay? When we get up in here, we gonna do this. I said, get to the point. Get to the point, girl, okay? So, you know, of course, Karen comes in and she already know that they was talking about her. But, you know, they get into that whole situation, and even Danny was like, what's the issue? $3,000 a month, baby. I need to have a baby by somebody. All right, like, come on. What is the problem? And her whole thing is, you know, she's a bitter bitch. She is a bitter bitch. And even Danny keep on saying that Fatima is a nice person. Like, she a cool chick. She a cool chick. And it irks her so bad because she really cannot say anything bad about Fatima. She cannot say anything bad about Fatima. And if you look at it, Fatima did no wrong in this situation. And to be quite honest, Zach did no wrong in this situation by getting with Fatima. The only thing that he did was when he was in the phase of talking to Fatima, they weren't exclusive. He did dip back over there to Karen that one time. That's it. That's it. And he never should have did that, because I feel like that was jumping off point that really took her crazy up and beyond. I really feel like that was the moment. That was the moment. Meanwhile, you know, Karen wants to get up in her feelings And then she talking to Andy. Did you know that they was engaged? Did you know that she was engaged or whatever? And she was like, I mean, yeah, so you mean to tell me you knew that he was engaged, but you ain't gonna tell me, your friend, you ain't up here being a friend. She was like, first of all, that's Zach's business. That's Fatima's business. That is not my business. So therefore, if they wanted to tell you, they would have told you. Okay, if you needed to know, you would have known. You don't need to know. Talk about something. You should have told me so I wouldn't go up in there looking like a fool. And even Andy said you did look like a fool. And I'm sitting here like, how are you going to look like a fool when you find out that your ex is engaged when you're in a relationship in a relationship yourself? You already know that the ex is with somebody. They've been with somebody, no matter how quick it is. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is moving at an exponential rate. And I just don't understand why the relationship moving so fast like this, okay? But hey, that's Tyler Perry for you. I don't know. He ain't got no explanation. I ain't got one either. Meanwhile, you up in your feelings about this and you trying to say that Andy is not being a good friend. Andy is literally stuck in the middle because Andy's is friends with you and Andy is friends with Fatima. And the best thing that she should do and she can do is to stay neutral by not saying nothing to neither party about either or. That's what she's doing. And I feel like she's doing a good job because what she said is facts. If Zach wanted to tell you, Zach will tell you. I'm not going to tell his business. I'm not going to tell Fatima business. And I'm not going to tell your business to them. So don't come at me. That is called being loyal right there. And why do you need to know? How is it that you're going to look a fool that he's engaged? What they got to do with you? Absolutely nothing. It has nothing to do with you. It's not going to stop the fact that you got this baby. It's not going to stop the fact that he wants to be involved if it really is his baby, which is not. You know, it's not going to stop the fact that he's going to give you child support. It's not going to stop the fact that you're going to be in a relationship with Aaron that you really don't want to be in, that you keep on playing around with. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to make it a fool? You're making yourself a fool, and you've been making yourself a fool. For what reason? Just because you want to be a freaking fool. That's just all that it is, okay? Get over it, Miss Girl. Then they get on Sabrina whole situation, talking about the prosecutor and how he got it out for Andy and all this stuff, and, you know, how Maurice may have... Danny said Maurice probably like it up in there. I said, what? Why would you say that? She said, because he probably the belle of the ball up in there. You know what? I can't stand when it's like, you know, homophobic shade be funny. And I catch myself laughing at it. Because I laughed at that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know I'm usually the one that calls stuff out. But baby, that made me chuckle. Because that's how he was acting up in there. I said, I mean... Because he trying to act like he ain't scared. But he really is. But anyway, that's when Andy was like, girl, I don't know if I could do anything. But baby, did y'all see the scene where Danny said, yeah, Gary was up in here? And she was like, yeah, we saw him. At least I saw him. Full glory. And she was like, yeah. I said, no, you not get Andy. Andy, you better stand up, okay? Andy went to a 16-year-old girl having her first crush like her back and call her on the phone. I mean, yeah, that's my man. I said, I know you not. Girl, she gonna get up and go call him. He acting like he cool or whatever, but then, you know, asking stupid questions and all that stuff or whatever, but then gonna say, she want him to come over there. And she was like, you know, you over here with your friends, how long they gonna be here? She was like, I don't know. And he was like, you know, when you finish, just call me back and I'll come over. I said, what? I said, Andy, I know you're not about to throw your friends out for some dick. Okay, dick that you already been getting. Like, come on, you can hold off a day. You can hold off a night, I should say. Meanwhile, the reason why y'all was over there was to talk about Sabrina. Sabrina only been out for a couple of hours and you only seen her for 30 minutes of those hours. Okay? Like, come on. What is your problem? Put that dick to the side. Andy was making me mad, and I said, Andy, you better stand your ass up, okay? Stand up. You know, I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I said, oh, Lord, don't ever let me get into a situation like that where I can't live without a person. Like, just the mere thought of them. Just, no, I don't want that. I do not want that. I want to love somebody. But I don't want to be, like, you know, blinded to the BS that they giving, you know what I'm saying? Andy was just doing a lot, girl. Meanwhile, while they over there having their little conversation, Karen up there talking about something. she want to take him to court, take Zach to court, because with all the money that he gets, she feel like she deserve more in the child support. I said, girl, if you don't get out of here, mind you, she told Fatima and them, told Zach to write the stuff down, what you want, what you think is right that I should get. Give it to Andy, let Andy look over it, and I'll sign it. That's what she said when she was over there at Fatima and them house. Now is you want to take him to court and get more money because look at all the stuff that he got. I said, girl, get out of here. Get out of here. Meanwhile, Danny come home because they asked Danny about Preston and told her about, bringing strays home and hitting them with her car and all that stuff or whatever. So when she finally gets to the crib, he on the phone with somebody. And then, she asking like, so is you on the phone with that girl, the one that you said that you was going to get married to or whatever? Because she did tell the girls that, he had a ring in his pocket or whatever for some girl that he was going to get married to, that he told me he was going to marry or whatever. And I was like, what? Preston said, now why would you think that ring is for her? It could have been for you. And I was like, boy, please stop playing. And he was like, no, it ain't for her. She can't even fit it. It's for you. And here's one of those situations where I'm sitting here looking at the script of Tyler Perry like, why are we rushing this? I couldn't even be like gagged out like, oh, Preston, you trying to get engaged? Like, what's going on? I couldn't do that because I was just sitting here like, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. Y'all ain't been together that long. To be sitting up here and come back after you've been away from each other for probably the same amount of time that you was together with each other, to come back only after 1.5 nights together, and you got a whole ring for her. I don't trust it. No. They moving too fast. I don't get the timeline shift. And I can see if this was like, because it's in the universe of Tyler Perry, we know that a whole week is really like, this week that we're looking at this one episode is literally a day. Next week's episode, for the past few episodes, it's been the same day. So if that's the case, all of this happened in the span of a month or so. Y'all ain't been together that long, and why are you trying? I don't know. I'm not even finna sit here and try to figure out the timeline. It just don't make sense for all of a sudden you want to get married to this girl. It's I like Preston, but And y'all see next week on the situation, Q up there trying to. And did you catch it? Because Danny and Sabrina was talking, and Sabrina, cause what's her name? Danny was telling Sabrina about the fact that, we're gonna have to talk about Calvin, cause maybe he can stay. I'm gonna have to revisit that because he was holding you down the whole time that you was gone. And she was like, yeah, he kind of did that for me too. Like you gotta stop talking about him, because she told him about Bio and how, he didn't react that much to him or whatever. And Danny was like, that's because he don't want to get his ass whooped again. And she was like, listen, old boy that set up Maurice, he wouldn't get out the house, and Calvin started beating the shit out of him. And I only made him stop because I didn't want him to go to jail. Danny said, listen, girl, what is you on? I would have told him to keep on going and we would have hit the body together. I said, there you go. That's the same thing I was thinking. But I was sitting here like, And you notice in that scene, they purposely keep Sabrina from saying his name. They said the guy. Because I'm like, why won't somebody just say that his name is Q? But of course, they're trying to prolong this whole situation out between Q and Danny. I don't know where they're going with it. Please don't let Danny be dumb enough to try to do anything or let that man in her house, or, he be stupid enough to follow her or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that was Sistas. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. And I will see you guys later. Peace.